got this little kind of, I don't know, like cloud or almost tie-dye motif to it. And it's a whole different design. It's called the Cloudstepper. Isn't this cute? So here are the colors. This one's called teal. The next one I have, this one is called black, but you can see a lot of white, a lot of gray in there. The third one, now this is a solid. I have two solids. This one's gonna be our rose color. And finally, my last one is gonna be what's called the light gray. Now, I have sizes 5 and then 5.5, whole half sizes, up to size 10, 11, and 12. We also have medium and wide width, so we have 2 widths for you in this one. Ultra, ultra lightweight, but I'm gonna let Faith kind of walk us through this. So Faith, how do you define Cloudstepper?
Well, this one is, yes, from our Cloudstepper, and it's been around since 2015, so it's a part of Clark's. And Cloudstepper has a little bit of a different technology to it. So we have a high density memory foam in this one. We have an EVA midsole. And so basically this shoe has 35 millimeters total of foam through it. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's how they've designed it. And so we've got 35 millimeters of the cushion foam, 22 millimeters of an EVA midsole for the lightweight. We've got 5 millimeters of a TPR outsole. So that's where you're gonna have all of the rubber and the when you can walk on different types of surfaces underneath, it's gonna grab to it. And that high density foam is really gonna give you so much cushion, girls. This is a little bit of more of a structured shoe, so there's not as much bend. You can see there's a little bend to this one. I do love it, it's brand new. This is our Drift Ave, and the tie-dye colors are machine washable. These are not, but the tie-dye colors are machine washable. You can machine wash them, line dry them. These you can wipe off. These are brand new to our collection. I'm super excited about these, so comfortable.
You too. All right, now the heel on this is 1 3/4 inch, but there's a little trick to this too, and I'll actually use my card to help me out. Let me see here, which card shall I use? I don't know. Okay, you're gonna see some writing on this card. No, wait, I'll do it this way. Okay, think of it this way. When you see a heel back here, it's 1 3/4 inch. See, this is a platform. This is such a cool trick, by the way. If you really think about it, you're walking right there. You're not walking all the way down here. You're actually walking right there. So it's very much like you're on a much lower heel, but it gives you the height, and a lot of us love height. I really love wearing sandals that give me a height. I do. I can use any amount of inches I can because I'm getting shorter as I get older. So this is gonna give you the illusion, and you feel like you're standing higher, but really in reality, you're almost standing like you would on a normal sandal. Wouldn't you agree, Faith?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It cut out for just a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I would agree, yes. Yes, it kind of cut out there for a minute. Definitely. I mean, these do not have a pitch to them at all. And I love how you showed that, because when you add, it's kind of like a platform in the front. It just really doesn't, what'd you say? It's about 1.5 inches that you're actually standing on?
Well, it's 1 3/4 inches total, but I'd say it's more like 1 1/4 inches, to be honest with you, just like our Today Special.
I agree. And they're so comfortable. There's not a pitch to it at all. And another beautiful feature about this too is the straps that you're looking at, they have foam in them as well. So when you put them on, when you slide them on, you're going to feel the cushion against. All of this is cushion, 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 which I love. In addition, all the cushion in the bottom. And you can see with Clark's, again, we have that heel cup that, where your foot will sit down in it to where it's really comfortable. I love how you're showing that up close there, because that stuff's important. And another, factor about this is the straps going back. Again, when the straps go back, Suzanne, that just assures more stability and more comfort, and your foot's not flopping around everywhere. I think you know this. We were #1 in flip-flops, voted #1 for flip-flops in 2020. So that's a great award for Clark's to have.
Sure is. Doesn't surprise me either. I mean, when you understand the construction and the quality and the thoughtfulness, they have biomechanical engineers on staff to actually help create their shoes. I mean, think about that. That's people who study movement. You know, they study the foot, study movement, and they have people on their staff that are helping them create these pieces. That's why consistently Clark's been around since 72 or something like that. I mean, you can't be around that many centuries and not really create fantastic shoes. And they do that. They do it beautifully. These are super cute too. I think they're fun. I think they're really flirty. I can see you guys wearing these if you're gonna go to poolside, or maybe you gotta go out to that soccer game, or maybe you're meeting friends. I had a really nice get together with friends of mine before I came to work tonight. A friend of ours is leaving for the summer, and we wanted to say goodbye to Patty, and some other people are gonna be traveling this summer. And it was great. It was one of those things where you know, we dressed up a little bit because it's a friend's house, and this is kind of that perfect little sandal to wear. But I also want to show you the toe bar here in the front. Again, you do have a toe bar on this, but super, super comfortable. I mean, Clark's would not make it uncomfortable. And here's what Faith was talking about. When it arches all the way back, when it kind of comes back like this, what that means is a lot of flip-flops, why they call them flip-flops, is your foot is always flopping out of them, and you feel like you're just, it's miserable. I don't like it. See how far back this is going to come back? And you'll see it on the gals too. But that's going to keep your foot in a much more stable position. Also, you know, I like Faith because this has some cush to it and a little bit of movement. It's nice because you might have a wonky foot, or one foot's a little wider than the other, and it'll really accommodate that.
It does. So if you have like a hammer toe or a little baby toe that wants to hang over on this particular style, you'll see that it will hold your toes in. This also has a really updated square toe. So it's a little more square in that toe box area. And then again, that toe post with Clark's, we always put the seam on the outside. So you don't have to worry when you slide your toes in, you're not feeling anything against there. The seams on the outside. The seam when it's underneath is what irritates our toes. So Clark's has you covered on that. I mean, this is so lightweight as well, Suzanne. And then if you look underneath, you can see we have all this great traction. And again, this is 35 millimeters total throughout the shoe of built-in comfort.
Yeah, how fun is that? And look too, what's really amazing with all that foam and that comfort, you'd think they look like, oh my goodness, they're gonna weigh a ton. But if Faith's right, I mean, they're super, super lightweight, but still you have a ton of flexibility too, which is great. So it's not like you're having to shuffle along trying to keep your feet, you know when you wear shoes that don't have any flexibility, you feel like Frankenstein. And that's the problem. You're like,
true.
All right, guys, a couple updates for you. We also have available this. Check this out. I'm gonna show you some really awesome savings. This is huge, guys. This is